I will die on the hill that accessories are probably the most powerful yet low effort ways to change up a look. I am always getting inspiration from Italian street style and publications and brands, and what I've noticed is their accessories are always on point. Their accessories are what give their looks that finishing touch, but also it's what brings out that unique and individual sense of style. So today I am sharing my 5 essential jewelry items. However, hear me out. If you've been around, you know I'm not really into prescribing a specific item as an essential because I don't know your closet. I can't really say what is an essential jewelry piece for you, but I can tell you some general ideas that apply to everybody and all their closets. So instead, I'm giving you essential categories, types of jewelry that can elevate your looks, bring out that signature style and that individual style. And the beauty is that you probably have a lot of these in your closet already. If you have any jewelry gaps though, or if you're just looking for a special gift idea since we are approaching that season, today's sponsor is one of my favorite places to look for unique yet really classic jewelry. If you've been around, you've heard me talk about them before, and that is Monica Vinader. If you are not familiar with them, let me introduce you. Monica Vinader is a fantastic slow fashion jewelry brand that is based out of the UK. A lot of my pieces are from them. You probably see me repeat them over and over. However, I have added a few to my collection this time around. I'm going to be sharing them with you today in the video. I've added their essential bangle and their really cool cufflink set. And I also have added the little diamond A pendant. I'm going to be sharing more about those throughout the video, as well as some of my older Monica Vinader pieces that you are probably already familiar with. I'll leave all of the links to the jewelry that I mentioned and showed today in the description box below. There is a discount code already embedded in the link. However, I will also include a discount code for you that works site-wide. And again, this is for if you have a gap in your closet. I really hope that you find what you're looking for, but also know that Monica Vinader does repeat a lot of their core pieces, which is a big part of their slow fashion philosophy. So it's why I find I align with them so well, so you can always save and wait to get your favorite piece from them as well. So let's get into it. Thank you, Monica Vinader, for your support. My first jewelry essential is something that is sentimental or has some sort of heritage or heirloom quality. And if you haven't inherited any jewelry from a family member or friends, then you can make your own. This is what I love about jewelry, in that it can become a signature piece if you wear it all the time. For me personally, I was very lucky enough to be handed down 2 beautiful pendants that I've actually switched from their original chain, and I've added them to the Rolo chain from Monica Vinader. And I like this because it can double up. It's so long that it can be doubled, so it almost looks like I get this kind of choker double necklace situation happening, but my maternal Nona's pendants are still on there. And I've actually added the little diamond A pendant to this. I love how initial necklaces or name necklaces are a bit self-affirming, and these are great if you want that sort of signature piece or that heritage piece. Monica Vinader's diamond initial pendants are lab-grown diamonds, so they have a much lower carbon footprint and environmental impact, and they're made with 14 karat recycled gold. And when I mentioned that you can create or make your own signature pieces, I find the 2 additional pendants that I wear more in the summer when I'm wearing like more of a low-cut top. The Keshi Pearl and Keshi Cast pendants on the fine beaded chain. These are also from Monica Vinader, but I've had them for years. This is a real romantic piece, and I find I've been wearing them more and more. So these, in addition to the Rolo chain, are starting to feel like signature pieces for me as well. I could definitely see myself wearing them or passing them on to my niece or something like that. And I think they go really well with my own sort of heirloom pieces. I also have my vintage rings, one again, which was my maternal Nona's, and my vintage signet ring, which my mom bought for me like years and years ago at a vintage market. Having that jewelry that affirms who you are, but also takes a look back back into your past is a really wonderful reminder of who you are, what you stand for, what you've been through. And it's also a really lovely reminder of your family or your roots. And jewelry is just a wonderful way to bring that through in your personal style. My next jewelry essential, and this one could be more personal to me, but I find it makes such a great visual statement, and that is something menswear inspired. Personally, I love wearing my metallic chain link watch. It has some really great visual weight and heft to it. It adds so much personality to my looks. I like that juxtaposition that it gives when I'm wearing something perhaps just really classic or more feminine. It adds a sense of gravitas to a look, which I really like. But more recently, I told you I would tell you about them. These beautiful cufflinks. So this is also something new to me from Monica Vinader, and I like that these have such a beautiful, soft, organic quality to them, yet they give that like really cool, sharp menswear vibe. I mean, it's jewelry for your clothing, literally. So these cufflinks are the Keshi Pearl asymmetric cufflinks. They are 18 karat gold vermeil and pearl, but they actually come with the Monica Vinader and Amy Powney collaboration. They come on their own if you already have a shirt with cufflinks, or you can make one really easily, or they do sell the cufflinks with this beautiful Amy Powney shirt. I actually really wanted to try it. It's made out of tencel, super soft, and already has the French cuff. So something menswear inspired could add a really great sense of tension, particularly if you are someone who likes maybe, you know, softer or more romantic looks, and you don't want your outfit to come across as being like really flat, you know, like with just one aesthetic. So incorporating that menswear vibe, that can really add some dimension and depth to your outfit. My third essential is something that is classic, yet very visually impactful. I'm gonna start off by saying classic looks completely different for everyone. For me, it does mean something that is simple enough to stand the test of time, but also something that doesn't necessarily reference an era or a trend or a specific time frame. The other piece of the classic quote-unquote definition for me is something that is just so unique and out there and interesting and different. Again, it has no reference to a trend or anything, that it's gonna stand the test of time as well, because it has such an interesting and unique point of view. So with that definition in mind, there also comes that visually impactful piece. And this could be through a really interesting texture or shape or really bold color. That element, whether it's color, shape, or texture, is going to be entirely up to you. So for me, a really good example are these Nuria wrap earrings in recycled sterling silver. I've had these for almost a year now, and you can see that the strong element is the shape. It's such an interesting, rounded, soft shape, but the size, the scale, they make them really bold and visually impactful. So you don't really need to do much else if you're wearing these earrings, and they carry such a strong statement. Another good example for me is this essential bangle. This is a new one for me from Monica Vinader. It is 18 karat gold vermeil, and what I like about it is the sharp, clean lines, how it's a really flat but not too big piece. However, when you put it on, it doesn't feel too delicate. It still feels impactful. It still cuts a pretty solid statement, and it also stacks really well with other things. If you're someone who likes a lot of harmony or a lot of understated looks in your clothing, then these classic but visually impactful pieces of jewelry are so key to bringing personality to your outfit. That's where you can add the drama and the proportion and bring your outfit to life, but these pieces also create a really good focal point. My fourth jewelry essential is something playful, or perhaps a few playful pieces, and this can look like anything to you. For me personally, I love styling my diadomed rings with this great sort of pearl ring that I got in Milan. I love the mix of textures. I love that the pearls look like kind of rocks, but I also love how they mix so well with those diadomed rings, like that kind of bubbly, interesting, like not super symmetrical or perfect looking, and I can have a lot of fun with them. They don't feel so severe, which is why I like them. But another way that you can be playful with your jewelry and accessories are perhaps mismatching earrings. I do this with my classic pearl stud and my little heart earring. This is also Monica Vinader 18 karat gold recycled vermeil. All of the metals that Monica Vinader uses are recycled, which is fantastic, helps with traceability and reduces their environmental impact. And also, we don't have to be so serious, right? Like, that's what I love about mixing and matching these earrings and studs and mixing and matching the rings. I also love wearing this friendship bracelet that a friend's daughter made me. My name isn't even spelled correctly, but I love adding it to like a watch and bracelet stack. I think it looks so cool. It's fun. It's colorful. So jewelry, we tend to think about, you know, like I was talking about those classic pieces, the heirloom and the signature pieces. But I think it's really important to have pieces that feel playful and that also can be played with in your jewelry collection. My final jewelry essential is something stackable. So I know a lot of these pieces that I've already been talking about are really good for mixing and matching, but I do think it's important if you are adding jewelry to your collection, or if you're just looking at your jewelry, try and flip that lens and ask yourself, is this something that can be layered or stacked with other pieces? This is going to increase the versatility. It's going to increase your chances of wearing it and having that playful or at least visually impactful statement in your look. We know that when we layer our clothes, we get an outfit that feels more textured, layered, it has more depth, and being able to stack and layer your jewelry has the same effect. I love stacking my snake chain necklace with my heirloom woven chain necklace. These are both, again, older pieces from Monica Vinader. When you are layering your necklaces, you can have several pendants of different lengths, which always looks really good. But I also like the effect of having a necklace with no pendant, so that acts almost like a choker or has that same visual effect as a crew neck shirt, for example, and then a pendant. This creates a really neat visual line. It's soft. It creates a really nice V at the neck, so it frames the neck really beautifully as well. You can also stack your earrings. I only have one piercing. I'm way too chicken to get a second, but the little diamond huggies that I have from Monica Vinader, whenever I put them on, that's when I wish I had a second piercing, because I think they would look really cool layers. So that is what I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, for listening. A huge thank you also to Monica Vinader for sponsoring today's video. It's always a pleasure to work with you. Just such a great company. If you learned something new or if you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Hit subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget, I've also got that discount code for Monica Vinader. If you're interested, it's going to be in the description box below. But have a wonderful rest of your day, rest of your week, and I will be back with another slow fashion video. Ciao!